Hey everybody, it's May 7th, 2013. My name is Colin. In September of 2011, my health was forever destroyed by taking 6.5 pills of 750 milligrams Cipro, which they prescribed for diverticulitis. In truth, I was just constipated, and an enema about a week later, 5 days later at the hospital would prove that. However, the damage from taking the pills had already been done to my DNA and GI tract. And 19 months later, I'm still trying to recover. I have issues just walking now, where my feet will feel like they're about to snap. And just general fatigue and fragility and joint issues and not seeming to be able to heal. I also have a spasm in my pelvic floor around the anus, farther up, if you will. I'm not sure quite where it is, but it's on the left side, which is constantly twitching. And when I say constantly, I mean constantly. Like right now, when I'm sleeping, everything I'm doing, I've just learned to kind of block it out. I can feel it in particular when I sit for a while or I lay down, on my left side especially. So anyways, I haven't done a video in a while, and I still got the wrist. Wrist has actually not been bothering me as much, so that's good. I still got the weird thing on my thumb to wherever I touch anything it stings, but it's not quite as bad. But to give you an idea, yesterday I went to get a massage because I'd never gotten a massage. I hadn't gotten a massage like in like 9 months, and the lady, I told the lady, I was like, look, I'm real sensitive. Sorry, this camera is okay. I told her, I was like, I'm real sensitive. I need light pressure. So she's like, okay. So she starts giving me the massage. And I'm like, oh, okay, she's doing good. Not pressing too hard or anything. And then I'm like, how about my feet? Can you give me a foot massage? And she's like, yeah, everything's going all right. And then she takes my socks off. And then she does this technique where she grabs your foot and pulls on the whole foot. And I'm kind of like, that kind of feels weird. But of course I didn't say anything, because even when I'm floxed, I don't want to protect myself. I don't want to make a scene or anything. I don't want to offend anybody. And that's my fault for not saying anything. So she puts a little more oil on her hand and does it again. And I'm like, oh, okay, wasn't enough oil. Then she does the same thing, and she stops at the big toe and sort of pulls on my big toe at the end. And I'm like, it wasn't like painful, but it was like uncomfortable. Like I don't like people pulling on my joints and stuff. I just don't have, I can't handle that. I don't have that kind of strength. So, but I didn't say anything. And I'm kind of like tensing up there, when she does it. And she does it on the other side, and I didn't say anything. She does it like 2 times on each side, and I'm just tensing up as she does it. And so I'm expecting this pain, when I get off the table. I get off the massage table, and I start to walk on my left foot, and I get this same pain that I've always had. I've had for about 2 months, a month now, on my left, outside of my left foot. Feels like it's about to tear. It's like a super cramp, And so I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm concentrating on that the whole time. Anyways, that was Monday. Today's Wednesday. Monday night, I feel something. I'm standing at night and I feel something on my left big toe. I know exactly what it's from. I know it's from her yanking on it because it's right at that joint. And it's just, makes me so mad. You know, all I had to do was just speak up for myself. And that's what happens when you're in this condition. Is like, these things don't heal. Nothing seems to be healing. It's just, stuff just lingers and will tone down a little bit, like, oh, maybe I'm gone. And then, boom, just rears its ugly head. You know, the tissues just don't heal. You know, and I'm eating like crazy and I still can't get over 150 pounds. You know, I used to hardly ever eat and I was 185, you know, before I took Cipro. And I don't know how to fix the spasm. I don't know how to fix my GI. I don't know if my toe is going to heal. It's not incredibly painful. It's just kind of like there, you know. I know the joint is aggravated from being yanked on. I don't know what kind of massage technique that is, but it was like everything was going good, and then she's like, oh, let me just yank on your big toe. You know, that's not a massage stroke I've ever heard of. So maybe I eat sort of to compensate for my sadness and everything, and yeah, right now it's bothering me when I try to step on it. So that's all that's been happening, you know. Just still got the thumb and the wrist and my GI, my scrawny body, and not gaining weight, not hardly going to the bathroom. Yeah, I go to the bathroom like once every 3 or 4 days, and eating like crazy. I've made a lot of sauces and stuff. I did like a curry sauce and a pesto. I made a pesto. But anyways, just wanted to give you an update on what I've been doing. And that's it. I've been thinking about getting a scooter. It was kind of cool, you know. I was looking at a scooter, and my helper took me to look at a scooter. And, you know, I can barely walk around, but just sitting on a scooter, you know, I could do that. Sitting on a scooter, I can still balance, you know. But so you see how bony I am. I have bones. Cipro destroys all your collagen. Not all of it, but a lot of your collagen. These bony hands. My arms are actually, you know, they're getting a little better. My arms. It's just my feet that are fucked up. My feet and my knees sometimes, but my arms, I could carry a gallon. I carried a gallon of milk today. I carried a gallon of milk today, like 200 yards. So I had to stop, you know. I had to stop and set it down like about 5 times, but I can carry, you know, a gallon of milk. I got a little strength in my arms. But it's not my arms I'm worried about. I'm worried about my GI and my feet, you know. GI is like, I think it was working a little better until I did a coffee enema. I've totally given up on the coffee enemas. I just can't do them. I messed it up somehow, and it's just, it feels like after you do an enema, it kind of like your colon in that area is just kind of like, well, I don't want to work anymore. You know, it's just like, I always seem to, you know, takes me a while to go to the bathroom after I do a colonic. I mean a enema. I mean, obviously you empty stuff out on the enema, but then it's like that area is all irritated, and it seems like there's just this long interval to where your colon starts working again. I know they're supposed to be so great and everything, but foot is it's like the big toe joint, not the one on the ball of your foot, but the one right above it, in between there. It's like this ache, and it's getting aggravated. So hopefully it'll heal up with some rest. I have a message for Floxy out there, who probably one of the only ones that religiously watches my videos. Melanie, I know it's tough living with your parents, and they don't understand your condition. I mean, hardly anybody understands this condition. It's like being in another world. It's like having a body that doesn't heal. It's like, what? I mean, it tries to heal, and some people do recover, but some people, they don't recover, and their body just... That's why little things can drive you mad, because you realize, oh, because I did this, I have this injury that's going to last for months and months, maybe forever. I mean, normal people don't understand what kind of psychological torture that does to you. Like for you with the multiple chemical sensitivities, like you could do something silly, like see something that was a hazardous chemical and just kind of like breathe it in, and then just have all these crazy reactions and be like, sit there and be like, why did I breathe that in? You know, why did I do that? It's the psychological ramifications that people don't really understand. I mean, they don't understand the fatigue and the inability to heal like a normal human being, and just the weakness, you know. So you do have some things going for you. You know, you haven't, I'm pretty sure you can walk still pain-free. You know, you can walk pain-free. You can stretch. That's what you got to do is stretch. You know, you really should stretch, because I don't know, that's what's got me a little stronger about a month ago. Is I was waking up every morning and I was stretching, and then I just pushed it, you know. It's like, but before I pushed it, I was jogging. I mean, old man jogging, but I was jogging, old man jogging for, you know, I did an old man jog around half a soccer field, and that was like huge. And I'm sort of back down to walking now, but the stretching, I think, really, the stretching in the sunlight, I think, really helped. If you can just get out in the sun, you know, just sit out in the sun and let it heat you up, and stretch, you know. Well, I'm not going to sit here and give you advice, you know, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know, I don't know how to heal. I know what's sort of helped, but I don't know what's going on with me. So when I heal, I'll give you some advice. But I'll tell you that you don't have, I don't think you have any ruptures or anything. The day I get a rupture, it's the day I'm going to wish I had a gun, you know, because I'm just bad with pain. So I'm going to try to make these sandwich rounds. And I don't want to bore everyone with making it for the first time. I know that's really slow. However, I will say that I went to a farmer's market today, Turns out there's a farmer's market, like, and I just want to point out that I could sit here and talk about the pain, the mental pain, how much I want to shoot my doctor in the kneecaps, how much I want to blow up Bayer headquarters, how naive the world is, how sick everything is, you know, the pharmaceuticals. But it's just too painful to think about, you know, it's like to dwell on. It's not that I block it, can completely block it, but it's too sick to think about right now. Like, I can't afford to think about it right now. Right now, I got to think about getting out of this ditch. And I don't have the capacity. I can't handle this. I have to be out of the ditch. And my spasm is cured, and I'm out running, and I'm healthier. And I'm like, okay, you know, my body's going to recover, and I'm going to make this. Then I can focus on, holy shit, you know, the mental, you know, the horror of it all, you know. I'm just in survival mode right now, and I have to stay in survival mode until I heal. That's my best bet, you know. But there's a farmer's market. Turns out there's a farmer's market, you know. I just, of course, now, you know, the way my mind works is I'm thinking, oh, you know, if I just would have spoke up for myself at the massage and told that lady, like, ow, you know, that's uncomfortable, you know. And she would have stopped. She would have been like, okay, you know, and not done the massage by yanking on your big toe. You know, I'm not familiar with that technique. She would have stopped that, you know. I didn't say anything. Of course, now I'm thinking, oh, okay. See, what happens is bad stuff happens, and then good stuff happens, and then all I can think of when the good stuff happens is, oh, just think about how much I could appreciate this if the bad stuff hadn't happened, you know. But I don't want to bore you with that. I'll just tell you the good stuff as if it's good. I mean, it is good, but I'll shut up about the bad stuff, you know. But it is in my mind constantly, you know. That's the way my mind works. So there's a farmer's market walking distance to me. I mean, it's such a good location here. I could walk to this farmer's market. It's every Tuesday. I don't even need to shop. Every Tuesday I can walk down there, get my stuff, all organic, well, pretty much all organic, and lug it back here. I don't need a vehicle. I don't need a scooter. But I've been looking at scooters for like the past almost week. I've got 50 tabs open in Firefox, you know, looking at all these different scooters. You know, because I can finally drive, you know, go where I want to go. You know, I do still need one, you know, for like if I want to go get a colonic, or you know, maybe I want to drive down and get something that the market doesn't have. Although the market doesn't have, I mean, the market has a lot, or you know, whatever. In case I need to, for my counselor appointments, you know, I need a scooter. So I've been looking at a scooter, and besides, you know, I have a scooter, I could just find a good place to off myself and just, cause I don't want to do it in the house or my backyard or anything. You know, that's bad karma for the landlord, you know, and he's a nice guy. I mean, pretty nice guy, you know. My mom's friend, you know, and you know, he's a good guy. So. That's it. I've been eating bad, you know. Too many carbs. I've been overeating, too many carbs. I've got this book called The Miracle Liver and Gallbladder Cleanse Flush. And he's got a lot of good concepts in there. And I did the liver flush, as you could see, like a couple weeks ago, and it definitely gave me some diarrhea and and you know, but I didn't see any stones or anything. You're supposed to see stones. I didn't see any stones. So maybe I just got so many that they're so backed up, which would make sense because I always feel bloated. And every time I breathe in, you know, my back cracks. I know I just got so much stuff. It doesn't crack when I've you know gone to the bathroom, and I don't feel as bloated. When I feel bloated, my back starts cracking. And I just got so much shit in my body. And anyways, one of his concepts is overeating. You know, and I do that. I overeat. Overeating is bad, you know. And fats, eating too many fats and eating too much sugar are both bad for your liver. And the cycles, your sleep cycles. You're supposed to go to sleep when it gets dark and wake up when the sun comes out, or when it's supposed to be, you know, light. So I got to work on those. I've been doing good with the sleeping hours, and but not overeating. I got to work on not overeating. You shouldn't eat until your stomach is empty, which is nearly impossible to me. And never had any problems with my feet as far as my toes and the balls of my feet. You know, I just had pain in like the arch or the heel or the side. But now since massage lady, you know, yanked my toe joint off, you know, I've got this ache in there. But thanks for listening. I'll try to do better with my diet, and you probably might be wondering, what did I get at the farmer's market? Well, I went there to get organic apples for the liver flush. And the way I am, I go somewhere and I get totally distracted by something else. So I never got the organic apples. I got some apple juice, which is organic, but it was only this little teeny thing for like $6. It's really expensive there. That's the bad thing about organic. Got this little teeny 16-ounce thing of organic apple juice. Gulped it down already, and so I failed there. You know, you're supposed to drink organic apple juice for 5 days, 32 ounces for 5 days for this liver flush. So now I need organic apple juice. And I glanced around, but I didn't see any apples there. There might have been, there probably was, but I lost my train of thought because there's all this cool stuff there. There are these guys there that it's pretty cool. Like, it's a state law. Okay, this is how fucked up Monsanto is they have control over milk. Okay, it's a state law that you cannot sell raw milk to people. Okay, so don't ask me why. I guess the story behind it is they're afraid of bacteria and diseases and all this stuff. But the real story is people can make too much money selling raw milk because it's so good and good for you. And Monsanto doesn't like that. You know, they want their poison milk, you know, mass-produced poison milk to be dished out to you. But anyways, these guys were like, these guys are pretty smart. I mean, these two Amish-looking guys, and they're like, well, this is pet milk. This is milk for your pet. You know, we have raw cow and goat milk for your pet. And I was like, I remember saying, you know, I saw the sign and I was like, what's pet milk? And they're like, oh, the pet milk. What you do with it, what you choose to do with it is up to you. And once I heard that, I was like, oh, I gotcha. You know, this is the way around the milk thing. So anyways, I got a gallon of raw goat milk. And I also got some from a different guy. I got some goat yogurt, pasteurized, but he said low temperatures, and it's a local farm or whatever. The goat yogurt is really good. And I got the apple juice, and I got eggs. I got eggs from the same two Amish guys, because they said that they didn't feed their chickens. They fed their chickens their own organically grown corn and some kind of mineral thing. They said there's no GMOs, and so I got a dozen eggs from them, and the juice, the juice ripoff. For $6, you know how many organic apples I could get for $6, and then just juice them here myself? I'd probably get like 64 ounces of juice. But anyways, so I lugged all that stuff from there to here, which is a long walk. Not really long, but long for me to lug all that stuff. And I figured my arms were going to be freaking out when I got here. But they haven't twitched or anything, so the one good thing that's been happening, I'm thankful for, is my arms are getting a little stronger, So I tried the raw goat milk, and it's freaking awesome. I mean, once you've had raw milk, you will never want store-bought milk. Raw milk is the best. And the yogurt was pretty good too, but the milk was the best. The apple juice was really good too. Eggs I haven't busted out yet, but I'm going to use the eggs on some bread, and maybe if I don't feel too depressed, I'll do a video about the bread. But if you're still watching this, congratulations. You probably wanted me to talk about Cipro and how evil it is and how much it's destroyed my health, my life, which it has, but I can't go into that every video, I have to focus on getting out of this ditch. And if you want to know what Cipro did to me, it's simple. It's destroyed my body, it's destroyed my athleticism and my GI tract and my mind. Everything. It's destroyed everything, and it's taken all my money, all my future, and everything that I had worked for is gone. My credit is garbage. All my money is gone. I lost a great job and a great setup, and it also kind of takes away your past, because you're not allowed to think about your past anymore because it's just too painful. You think about what it was like before Cipro. So Cipro does that to you. It takes away a whole huge chunk of your mind. It just gets taken away. It's like, I can't think about that, because everything seems so great before Cipro. So, I don't think about that. It's very hard. You can't control spontaneous or instinctual thoughts. And when those are linked to the past, it's just automatic. Oh, gotta stop thinking. I can't think about that. But you do that about 1,000 times a day, and it takes a lot of energy. So, I'm going to stop standing on this leg here. Well, on pig out on the last of these. I haven't had wheat in like 3 months. I've been eating these wheat thins. It's bad, but somebody left them here, and I have no discipline. And I'm going to try to make these sandwich rounds so I can do another video maybe.